Hello everyone! Welcome to our series of the explanation for Around the World in 80 Days History. First of all, we're going to revise the events of the previous chapter throughout a little warm-up. Second, we're going to identify the meanings of some vocabulary. Third, we're going to summarize that chapter, and then we will have some questions. After that, we're going to shed the light on the story elements. Finally, we will wrap up the main points of that chapter. Let's go! Today, we're going to explain Chapter 13. The chapter's title is The Sioux Indians. Have you ever heard about them? Yes, exactly. They used to attack trains. Do you remember that Passepartout had asked for Mr. Fogg's permission to buy rifles and revolvers? Do you think that he would use them to fight with them? Let's know. Now, with the main vocabulary. Terror. Terror means extreme fear. Fort. Fort means a trading station. Soldier. Soldier means a person who serves in an army. Detach. Detach means to separate or disconnect. Courageous. Courageous means brave. Now with the summary. Mr. Fogg and his companions had breakfast and returned to their carriage while watching the vast landscape. At 12 o'clock, the train stopped because a troop of buffaloes was crossing the train track. That lasted for 3 full hours. The journey then went smoothly until Mr. Fogg and his companions heard the cries of terror as the train was attacked by the Sioux. The Sioux were armed, and almost all the passengers. The Sioux tried to stop the engine, but they couldn't, so they began fighting with the passengers. Fort Kearny was the passengers' only hope, as there was a small army force protecting the fort. The conductor, who was fighting beside Mr. Fogg, got shot and died. So Mr. Fogg decided to go through the front court, which was attached to the engine, but Passepartout stopped him and went instead of him and used his acrobatic skills to detach the train. Soon after, the soldiers at Fort Kearny heard the gunshots, so they rushed out to the train, but the Sioux vanished. It was finally discovered that 3 passengers were missing, including the courageous Frenchman who saved them. Now, the questions. 1. Why did the train stop suddenly? Yes, because a troop of buffaloes was crossing the train track. 2. Why was the train's only hope to stop at the station? Excellent, because there was a small army there and the soldiers could fight with the Indians. Complete. It was discovered that there were passengers missing, including the Frenchman. Perfect. It was finally discovered that there were 3 passengers missing, including the courageous Frenchman. Here we go to the story elements. The characters. The characters are Mr. Fogg, Passepartout, the Sioux, the army, and the passengers. The setting. Time. The 4th of December in the morning, at 12 o'clock, and at night. The place. The train. Fort Kearny Station. The problem. We had 2. 1. The train stopped because a troop of buffaloes was crossing the train track. 2. The Indian Sioux attacked the train. The solution for them. 1. The journey went smoothly after the troop of buffaloes went away and the track was clear. 2. Passepartout detached the train couplings and the train arrived to Fort Kearny Station, so the Indians disappeared. The wrap-up. We had 4 main points. 1. The train stopped suddenly while Mr. Fogg and his companions were traveling because a troop of buffaloes was crossing the train track. 2. The Sioux Indians attacked the train. 3. Passepartout detached the couplings of the train using his acrobatic skills. 4. The train arrived near Fort Kearny Station and the soldiers hurried over. The Sioux vanished, but there were 3 passengers missing, including the courageous Passepartout. Presented to you by Ms. Suzanne Ibrahim. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video. Wait for the next ones. Bye bye.